Alright everyone, we're gonna get started. Just want to thank you all for coming. I know you also here for free pizza, which is fine. We'll get it at the end. Alright? We had to do this project for our integration knowledge class. My name's Chris, that's Brian. That's the name. Katie and Ryan's in the back of the camera. We're doing a project on supporting our troops overseas. I know a lot of us take our safety for granted. I know I do. I wake up, I don't really fear anything when I wake up in the morning. That's solely due to our soldiers protecting us overseas, and this is kind of our way of honoring them. For this PowerPoint, when we go through it, it's pretty much just going to give you some facts about the Iraq War and Afghanistan War. And then we're going to have you come up and make it ready. We can take home, get your pizza. So if you don't know anything, the Iraq War is led by us, Great Britain, against the Iraqi government. We went over there to find weapons of mass destruction and to take Saddam Hussein down out of power, which we did. That began in 2003, and we actually all withdrew out of Iraq in 2011. Everybody's got to talk, so I'm going to switch over to Ryan. So we'll come down here.
Alright guys, just some facts. In 2006, The Lancet estimated that the Iraq War caused 654,965 Iraqi deaths, of which 601,027 is due to violence. In 2008, the Opinion Research Business Survey estimated 1 million Iraqi deaths. According to the Cost of War project, 123,000 to 134,000 civilians were killed directly by the violence in the Iraq War. A total of 4,489 American combatants were killed since war began. This is the cost of the Iraq War. The Iraq War costs $2 trillion and could grow up to $6 trillion if we pay the debts over the next 4 decades. That's a lot of money. According to a 2006 estimate from the National Priorities Project's Cost of War, the total daily cost is $720 million.
Now guys, a speech from President Bush.
That's cool, man. We'll just edit it out.
American and coalition forces are in the early stages of military operations to disarm Iraq, to free its people, and to defend the world from grave danger. On my orders, coalition forces have begun striking selected targets of military importance to undermine Saddam Hussein's ability to wage war. These are opening stages of what will be a broad and concerted campaign. More than 35 countries are giving crucial support, from the use of naval and air bases, to help with intelligence and logistics, to the deployment of combat units. Every nation in this coalition has chosen to bear the duty and share the honor of serving in our common defense. To all the men and women of the United States Armed Forces now in the Middle East, the peace of a troubled world and the hopes of an oppressed people now depend on you. That trust is well placed. The enemies you confront will come to know your skill and bravery. The people you liberate will witness the honorable and decent spirit of the American military. In this conflict, America faces an enemy who has no regard for conventions of war or rules of morality. Saddam Hussein has placed Iraqi troops and equipment in civilian areas, attempting to use innocent men, women, and children as shields for his own military, a final atrocity against his people. I want Americans and all the world to know that coalition forces will make every effort to spare innocent civilians from harm. A campaign on the harsh terrain of a nation as large as California could be longer and more difficult than some predict. And helping Iraqis achieve a united, stable, and free country will require our sustained commitment. We come to Iraq with respect for its citizens, for their great civilization, and for the religious faiths they practice. We have no ambition in Iraq.
I know it's just like a little part of the speech from President Bush. The Bush administration, he was elected into office in 2000. He declared war on terror on September 10, 2001. He invaded Iraq on March 20th in 2003. On December 13th, U.S. forces captured military dictator Saddam Hussein. On June 7th, the airstrike kills the Iraq leader of Al-Qaeda. December 30th, 2006, we killed Saddam Hussein. And Bush leaves office after deploying 30,000 more troops to Iraq. Now we're going on to Afghanistan war. It started in the year 2001. Both the Bush and Obama administrations expanded troop size. Before 2006, there was 10,000 to 20,000 troops. When Bush left office, there was 33,000 troops. And in mid-2009, there were 91,000 troops, tripling the count.
Again, small quantities. According to the cost of the project, 60,000, 90,000 civilians were killed. The U.S. military deaths were 2,198. In 2009, the Obama administration increased the cost of the gadgets from 4.4 billion to 6 to 7 billion a month. From the start of the fiscal year 2011, total cost is 468 billion. We will talk about the 9/11 terrorist attacks. We talked about the 9/11 terrorist attacks because the terrorist attacks were the reason why we go to war. Al-Qaeda planned the 9/11 terrorist attacks. 3,000 people were killed. 866 were firefighters and police. Hijackers crashed into World Trade Center, Pentagon, and affiliated the town near Shanksville, Pennsylvania. Motives for the attack include ending the United Nations sanctions against Iraq. The United Nations sanctions against Iraq started in 1900. The sanctions lasted for 13 years. About 500,000 Iraqi children were killed by the sanctions. The attacks were also motivated by the U.S. support for Israel. The United States supported Israel economically and militarily. Israel caused death in Palestine, in the other country, in the Middle East, and the Middle Eastern people were angry because the United States supported Israel. The third reason was in the United States military occupation in Saudi Arabia. Next slide.
This is a speech of President Obama.
Sit back, relax, and enjoy the journey in the Qantas economy. And you'll experience the best of Australia before you've even arrived. See our latest deals at Qantas.com.
Tonight, we stand united in saluting the troops and civilians who sacrifice every day to protect us. Because of them, we can say with confidence that America will complete its mission in Afghanistan and achieve our objective of defeating the core of Al-Qaeda. Already, we have brought home 33,000 of our brave servicemen and women. This spring, our forces will move into a support role, while Afghan security forces take the lead. Tonight, I can announce that over the next year, another 34,000 American troops will come home from Afghanistan. This drawdown will continue, and by the end of next year, our war in Afghanistan will be over.
Now we're gonna come down and make some ribbons for our troops.
Wherever you want, I can in the top right.
Yeah. We don't even really need, I mean, just have like, we just want to sing to people.
We'll have this blue drag before I'll let you take a video of me getting pizza.
Good. I'm sorry we don't have meat lovers, Tim.
I thought you were the meat lover. It's all pizza-y.
It's delicious and cheesy. Yeah. Well, I thought we had a lot more people come.
If there's more, man, you're more hungry than you have more.
Not to stab myself.
He's like concentrating so hard. Won't help you.
I'll get it eventually. This is like the perfect room to do this too.
I'm good.
Good place to film.
Stay first,
There you go, not even.
With cheese. Cheese and Good job right there.
Good.
More slides over there.
No, that's it.
After Scott does more slides.
Oh yeah.
Wait, like, you know how all the integrated, like classes have a topic? It's like your topic.
I did it backwards.
No, just do. Like, I accidentally signed up for like an e-college. It's like,
You're crazy.
Pizza Hut.
You guys came here for the ribbons, not the pizza, right?
Yeah. Pizza just happened to be here.
so about this more pizza, but
Good man.
fat pieces too.
The camera loves you. Look at this, made so many people happy.
Alright, thanks everybody for participating. Really appreciate it. There's still pretty much
Thank
2
you
more
for the
miles down
pizza.
there. Go back for seconds.
Very informative.
Of course, George was the first to get a second slice.
We'll eventually insert.
Hey, you can be in the video, man. I'm gonna film you just for that.